What do you make of this 4B movement?
They are. They're psychotic.
Donald Trump is president, and I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years.
All right, 4B movement starting. You know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna dye our hair anymore. We're not gonna do makeup. We're not gonna use filters. We're not gonna go get the skin stuff. We're not gonna dress up and look nice. Why?
At this point, we gotta agree that 4B movement in America is the most insane movement ever possibly created. You understand? It was hijacked from Korea, and let's just say that the women here, they're not the ones that's desirable. You know, the ones who's joining the movement, they're not the one that'll make you say, I gotta have that one. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, listen, if you're trying to help this channel rise, hit that like and subscribe. In the meantime, sit back and react with your boy. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. This 4B movement crazy is like, these liberals are just losing their minds. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go.
I have a public service announcement to the behind the 4B movement. Not one man is losing sleep over the fact that you don't want to have sex with them, that you don't want to procreate with them, you don't want to date them, and you don't want to marry them. In fact, the entire premise behind the 4B movement is a future without men. The same men that fought for our country, the same men that have built our roads, built our bridges, maintain our vehicles, truck our stuff from point A to point B. They don't want to touch you. In fact, they don't want their gene pool polluted with your left-wing nonsense bullshit ideology. Because if you had a deserted island with one man and 1,000 women, we could repopulate the planet. If you had that same deserted island with one woman and 1,000 men, we would go extinct. Kind of like what would have happened should the DEI dipshit on the Democratic ticket made it into office.
Stop fear-mongering women. Stop attacking us just because we voted different. And I hate to break it to you, but you're not losing your precious right to abortion, and it's not a right, but that is an argument for a different day. The year Roe v. Wade, before it was overturned, 500,000 abortions. The year after Roe v. Wade was overturned, 1 million. This past election, 7 out of 10 states approved their abortion expansion agendas. You're not losing your precious quote-unquote right to unalive your offspring. And you know what? Yeah, I did vote for Donald Trump because I'm not going to vote for him for one policy. But granted, if I only did vote with my uterus and my hormones, I would have voted against Donald Trump because he is the most pro-choice president since any of these liberals, any of these Democrats. But I'm not voting for or against him for one stupid thing. I want to be able to afford gas. I want to be able to afford groceries. I would love to be able to move out of my parents' house one day and get a house with my boyfriend who I would love to marry and have kids with one day so I can raise well-off, well-rounded, smart young ladies and young gentlemen that know their worth. And they don't need to sleep around. But you know what? They also know what a woman and a man is.
Weird liberal women doing this whole 4B movement. Yeah, you guys literally went so far left, you did 180 and went right. Because Trump won and you think your abortion's gonna be taken away. You guys are practicing abstinence, using birth control, and not getting married and not reproducing. Sounds like a win for me. Welcome to the world of abstinence, where men have to respect you and love you and marry you in order to get in your pants. Not give you the slightest bit of attention. And shaving your head so men don't want you. Let's start with those pits, yeah? Claiming that by having a shaved head, you're ugly and no men want you. Yeah, that's not what makes you ugly. Telling all the women of the world that have no control over losing their hair that no men want them. See, that's the crazy thing, is that when you're not giving the most intimate part of your body to every man that gives you the slightest bit of attention, they have to get to know you and actually like you for who you are. If you guys have experienced that. Please keep shaving your heads and crying about not getting your abortions while women in the Middle East aren't even allowed to speak to each other.
I'm sorry, I gotta say it. I find it funny that the same women who ripped off genuinely oppressed women in Korea, who took the movement from them, stole it, liberal white women, by the way, but they took this movement, Americanized it and bastardized it to fit their abortion stance, are telling you that they now have the self-control and discipline to withhold sex for the next 4 years to protest this election. But these same women did not have the discipline and self-control to respect their bodies and not be a whore, which is why abortion was the leading issue with liberal women. It's why they made it so mainstream. It's why Democrats ran on it. Because it was a big topic, because women used it to escape responsibility. But now suddenly, you know how to have that discipline, that self-respect.
Nah, Trump's new attorney general, Wait till you hear what he's about to say right now. And guess what? I stand with what he's saying. He's saying nothing wrong. Check this out right here.
Like, why is it that the women with the least likelihood of getting pregnant are the ones most worried about having abortions? Nobody wants to impregnate you if you look like a thumb.
Is it safe to say that based off of your comments, you're suggesting that these women at these abortion rallies are ugly and overweight?
Yes.
What do you say to people who think that those comments are offensive?
Be offended.
This is the type of mindset that we don't need women to have right here. She's gonna tell you with a straight face that she's gonna no longer use a filter. Guess what? A person like her needs a filter. She looks hideous. No disrespect, but when you're ugly in the inside, you become ugly in the out. I hope you get the drift right there. This type of mentality is insane. We need to get rid of this right here. These people are a cancer to society. Check this out.
All right, 4B movement starting. You know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna dye our hair anymore. We're not gonna do makeup. We're not gonna use filters. We're not gonna go get the skin stuff. We're not gonna dress up and look nice. Why? So that they can come and act like they own us because we look like this? Absolutely not. No, y'all. The 4B movement means like we gonna be cozy comfy in our own skin. And everyone over here is like, yeah, get strapped, get ready, get prepared. But you know what? It's fine. Let's go. Bring it on. You want to fight? I'm ready to fight. Like dueling, let's do this, okay? But at the same time, like, I'm sorry, you do not have control over my reproductive rights. You do not have control over my body. You do not have control over what I do with my body. Because when you try something, just watch what happens. This is being used without a filter. I usually do a filter, but you know what? I'm done using filters.
Ladies, I'm not saying this to be facetious, but I don't care if you're a rose girl, a wand girl, or a monster alien tentacle girl. Stock up now for your moments of weakness, because I promise you ain't no alive worth getting stuck with a man. None. We are taking coochie off the table indefinitely.
I hope at this point you're starting to see the kind of people who are going along with the 4B movement. They're not really the most attractive. However, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But let's be serious. We're pointing out the obvious right now, right? You see the thing that she's saying? Well, it looks like the toy is going to take over. And guess what? You're going to lose all your sensation down there. You keep playing around for 4 years like that. Check this next clip out.
To everybody participating in the 4B movement in the USA.
Hey, hi, sorry, I'm here for this conversation. I feel like this is gonna be a really good one.
You've definitely seen the discourse online from the other side, not just threats of SA.
Definitely have not seen that type of discourse online. And trust me, I went down this rabbit hole for hours last night. I mean, it's addictive.
That's fine. We'll just fill the US up with conservative Christian children.
That would make sense, seeing as Christians typically have core Christian values, so can't disagree with you there.
That when the birth rate dropped 3% from 2022 to 2023, they were all freaking out. We need more workers for the USA.
I'm really bad with pronouns, so who are they in this situation? Are you talking conservatives? Are you talking Christians? Are you talking Republic? Like, who's they? Question number 2, did it ever occur to you that the birth rate dropped drastically? Because in 2020 there was 590,000 terminations, whereas in 2023 there was over 1 million terminations, which means more terminations have taken place since the overturning of Roe v. Wade, which proves nobody's rights got taken away. I mean, this not only proves that your rights have not been taken away, this actually proves the point that we've been trying to make relentlessly, and that is 99.98% of abortions that are performed are because of a lack of accountability, and you are using it as a form of birth control.
So keep doing what you're doing. Let them squirm. Don't let them scare you.
Definitely not squirming. Definitely not scared. Actually, this kind of excites me. And as the big sister, can I just say that I am so proud of every woman who is participating in this movement. And when I say I'm proud of you, I genuinely mean that. From the bottom of my heart, I mean that, because for years now, 4 years, and this is why you asked me, Shannon, why are you still single?
Donald Trump is president, and I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years.
Baby, if you wanted to touch my body, you should have voted for it.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid. Because me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement.
No sex, no marriage, no dating, no childbirth.
There's no way I am letting any man near me for the next few years. If you are a man, don't even look at me until, you know what, ever again.
Fuck men, and I'm not dating anymore. So I've decided that for the next 4 years, I am going to abstain from schmex with men.
There is not a single ounce of affection that a man will get out of me after this election. I'm not dating men, I'm not sleeping with men, I'm not talking to men.
You think I'm crazy? Me too. Crazy. Just like all the women before me who were crazy. So fucking crazy. I mean, fucking stop dating men. Stop having sex with men. Stop talking to men.
Break up with him, divorce him, leave him. I'm standing with the 4B movement for as long as it takes.
In a sense, I'm kind of glad these women don't want to have babies because we don't need more mindset like this. We need to eradicate this kind of mindset. So it's a good thing that you women are deciding not to have babies. However, I highly doubt there's a whole bunch of men trying to have babies with y'all. So let's be serious right there and point out the obvious. With that being said, if you like these 4B videos, go in the comments, run it up, flood it up. Let me know what other videos you would like to see next. See you in the next one.